It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see a longtime star, Patrick Peterson. He does more than cover and is now up to a 50-tackle season. It's the Bengals and the Steelers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here on this December Saturday, Week 16. What a weekend of football we have in store. 4 days worth of games. Had the Thursday Nighter, 2 here on Saturday, a slate of 10 games tomorrow as you're wrapping those last-minute presents, and then 3 more Monday on Christmas Day.
So quick question for you, partner. Is it possible that I can count this as a gift to all my friends, right? Rather than having to wrap up something else, I present you NFL football and a lot of it.
The first of 2 here on Christmas Eve. The Bengals and Steelers underway on this Saturday. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Here we go.
Right back to Brown. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
First carry now for Chris Evans. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Now it's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. An inside give, Brown. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 11 more on that one, and another first down. This is Brown going up the middle. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Evans is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to run with Evans. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. It's awfully tempting to go for this, isn't it?
It certainly is, and there's a big part of me that says let's go ahead and do it, because they've got momentum. It's been a nice drive to start the game, but if they get behind, it's going to be a But from this distance, the odds aren't with him at all. Take the 3 points, feel good about that, come back and get the touchdown on your next drive.
And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Devin Asiasi, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the second-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And he'll just get rid of it. You talk about this Bengals defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Pickett will look to throw it here. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Diontae Johnson.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Logan Wilson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Evans gets it again on 2nd down. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A give up the middle to Evans. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Bengals at 9-5 now on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you coming up at halftime. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I do.
I know you do. I've got the thing just for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. They'll run on first down with Evans. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Now, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To the air on first down with Pickett. Again, it's Johnson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Pickett back to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
But so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Harris running straight ahead. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Here we go.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First down. Here's Burrow. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Burrow on play action. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. As far as the early games go, we'll be watching that one in Houston. The Texans in for a fight as they'll match up against the Cleveland Browns. Good stuff going on later in the afternoon as well, especially down in Miami, where it will be the Dolphins taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll begin on the ground here with Evans. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Burrow changing the look. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll go right back to Evans here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, a run with Evans. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process. Evans running behind center. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Evans gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And now an audible here into something else. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's what he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will be taken down with a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw, Pickett. Pickens on the slant. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And Najee going to have a Steelers 1st down as he's down at the 17-yard line. Pickett to throw on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Pickett now from the gun here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Boswell's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Slant pass to Boyd. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here's Pickett and the Steelers. Trailing 17-10, 2:09 to play. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. 2nd and 10, it's Pickett again. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Pickett now on 1st down. He's got Pickens complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Pickett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. This is 1st and 10. Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Looking to throw here. Pickett. Got an open man. It's Pickens.
And remember, a field goal doesn't look good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Pickett to throw. Finding Harris over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now Pickett. That's caught by Johnson. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Extra point now by Boswell. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. So now after the clutch field goal, he's back out there to boot it away in what's now a tie ball game. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So in theory, more teams alive for postseason berth later in the year.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll stay on the ground. Evans again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And he's across the 40 for the extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. First throw in overtime now for Burrow. It completes it to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, a give to Evans. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
This one hauled in by Sample, and he is going to have a Bengals first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Straight ahead, it's Evans. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold it to just a yard.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams.